First name na Zakiatu and my surname na Sise. Yes, na this Dworzack community I live. And I belong to different organizations. I belong to Plan International and the ACAN, wey na Youth and Child Advocacy Network, and also Federation of Urban and Rural Poor, wey na FEDUP. For Youth and Child Advocacy Network, wey na ACAN, we get some girl pikin dem na we community work we dey do. We dey advocate to them from early marriage, teenage pregnancy, and also we dey go around the community for talk to, especially this time here so, for talk to girl pikin dem wey school lock, as we all know right now school lock, for talk to parents dem make dem watch on dem girl pikin dem. And also for FEDUP, me na a volunteer, I dey volunteer na FEDUP organization, and I belong to department wey na disaster department, and also I dey na the disaster wey na the community wey we call CDMC, Community Disaster Management Committee. Well, for Yakan, last say I don work there over 15 years now. I don dey there. And for FEDUP, I be dey do me savings, and I be belongs to a group where I be dey save. So I say like I don dey FEDUP over 8 years to 9 years now. Before, let me say the organizations they are so like for Youth and Child Advocacy Network, like we dey get we engagement with community stakeholders. We dey get different activities dem. But since the pandemic dey, it really not easy. And also for Federation of Urban Rural Poor, we dey go na field, we dey do some research na community. Since this pandemic come, everything get stopped, and it dey affect me greatly, because by then na there we be dey get for sustain me life, because we dey go do their activities dem dey. At the end there must be with transport refund. But since this corona don come, right now you know say people no dey travel, donors dey no dey come, so it's very difficult for me presently. For MIO organization and other organization, if I know, MIO organization like Youth and Child Advocacy Network, we don dey do community sensitization, and for FEDUP we don supply bucket dem for wash hand, and also we be get projects wey dem supply dem disabled people and then vulnerable people for dem and activities dem. And also we get outside organizations like the Youth and Child Advocacy Network with Plan, where dem dey do community sensitization, dey talk to the girl pikin dem, then get set of people let dem be engaged or go sensitize girl pikin dem. For FEDUP, wey na the inside organization, dey talk and fit say dem for give food to disabled people and also vulnerable women dem. Since me dey na Dworzack as community person, I no see the connection of government that much. I only see the connection of NGOs dem na we community. The community people dey work hand in hand. So wherever dem see say dem get corona case, and make sure say dem get contact tracers dem wey dey go and talk to that person and rescue that person, then take the person to a treatment center. People dey no dey adhere towards that social distances, because as you consider we first na slum community we dey live, and with slum communities dem dey, you can watch, if you comot na do na other neighbor in domot you dey car, you comot any other side na other neighbor in domot you dey car. So for we slum dwellers, we no see social distance as anything, because we all dey mingle with we sef. We dey comot na we domot send and go to other person domot. I no see anything like we adhere to the rules of social distance. Like the curfew, so like me particular e affect me. Like one, because of na net we dey do business, like we dey sell, we have our market there. But since dem can put curfew order, we no dey open sell again na net, because before you dey remember time no reach, so prefer we no make market for them 10 for go sell. And also the interdistrict lockdown, e be really more na people dem people wey dey do business, wey dey travel, and also e affect every individual because like the way we do the woman dey go na market, we plant buy pepper almost as you go na tongue so dey change the price, wey ask dem and say you no see the interdistrict lockdown, almost dey pay. So anything dem dey, and you know say the restriction not all trader be get ticket for calm na talk for can do im business. The max like also e affect we like who wey get then some sickness dem wey like wey you dey breathe so and then asthma so, and also where we put that mask dey some side dem dey wey we dey go wey dem say compulsory for put mask even if we dey inside transport for any seconds you put that mask dey affect you because the way you dey breathe e dey change, even wey you dey normal sef wey you put that mask dey on wey you dey breathe difference dey. So really all anything dey affect everybody. Don we marry dem who be don put date for marriage dem occasion dey again but kuma well in program for this particular things wey happen for the community. E no put no structure, na the country as a whole na e put structures before the pandemic dey reach na salon. This we community Dworzack, we thank God people dem comot dem for help we, even some community stakeholders dem wey dem consider vulnerable people, let dem be supply food and non-food items. Also get we youth man dem at the community, especially the youth dem this time around at this we community dem really try because wey you dey enter it's either na you no dey Dworzack or you dey Dworzack, because na enter you dey enter Dworzack. I believe say dey wash we and the community people will help we safe because of I think say we learn from the past wey na be Ebola. So this corona people adhere to some rules and regulation, and we try for the early intervention of community people and at this community Dworzack na make I believe say Dworzack set for COVID-19, set free from COVID-19. We no get no health station now for COVID-19 treatment. The only station wey we get the health center where people dey go wey dem sick dem go. If dem feel say like you get COVID-19, they transfer you na other hospital. Even part of the COVID-19 or wetin this community as we all known as slum community, for even though we access good water, you know, it's because na there we well with tank water, then under water they come up from the stream there. Now we dey wash it, now we dey do half things there. So the issue of forget clean water is that it's just think about your well-being, the status where you dey. Maybe if you get money, you dey able get access to clean water. If you no get money, you need to get access to clean water. And also with sanitation, if you get dirty, some people then we can advise them for put on a bag and then pay for that bag because we get people where they collect the dirty. For the people then they up the inland, the motor person no will access for go na the inland, so they get way where they can dispose their own dirty. Like we nearby community, let me say New Englandville community, because they close to Dworzack, na just bridge no more you cross dem say na New Englandville. Like we get COVID-19 cases then but the measures that we put in place, like me, like we contact tracers them, and we are CWCs them when our child welfare committees. We make sure say them people and they then go for treatment and also then be quarantined the home so that nobody need to go to them places then so that they not go take the disease and can share in the community. The supply of food to vulnerable people and from government, it not be there. The supply of clean water in our communities there, it not be there. And all other things not be there. Well, me still say the government gets resources for do that because this not so we first time forget pandemic in our country. Because as a country, we for always prepare contingency planning where you dey without contingency planning you dey prepare for wars to answer to any outbreak wey dey happen at the community. From that contingency plan, now you dey go activate so that you go open for arrange to people and needs them. I believe say governments get because they for don learn from their mistakes because during ebola back na so people dem dey strain. I believe say so if we get any government sef before e can have power, e for always dey consider say if we get any pandemic spread wetin we for don put in place. And I believe say not to just 6 months the thing wey government can have power, e don can have power na almost 2 years now if I can say. So all anything dem dey for dey arrange am because this be don happen not to the first time this.